Carl,
Yeah.
you guys this week were officially eliminated from the playoffs. Um, talk about, and I guess right now the biggest thing people want to talk about with the Lakers is what should their next steps be. But
Uh-huh.
I just want your reaction to the mere fact that you guys are officially eliminated. When you had a
Well,
chance, when you had a chance to climb back up in the rankings, and it just didn't happen.
yeah, I think we lost like 7 games in a row, and I'm not even bullshitting. I think it's actually 7 games in a row that we lost. And a couple of them have been games that we've been competitive in the first half, but then we get our ass whooped in the second half to get beat by 20 somehow. Because the game against the Nuggets, I think Saturday, was it Saturday? Maybe Monday. I forgot. It was either Saturday or Monday. It was on national television. And we actually were hanging in with the Nuggets, actually winning by 10. And I woke up and looked at the score. We lost about 15 points. That don't even make sense. But I wanna talk about one player before I get to the main roster. This Kendrick Nunn, he stole like 15 or 10 to $15 million from us this year. He's never even played a game. So I wouldn't keep him. And we just cut like 5 hours ago. We just cut Trevor Ariza. He didn't do shit for us. He'd take his ass home too. Anthony Davis was hurt this whole season. Russell played like shit. Only bright spot was LeBron. He averaging 30. So I don't really I would look to trade Anthony Davis in all seriousness. I'm dead ass serious.
And I was reading Bleacher Report this morning, and it was kind of like I mentioned it was like a next step for the Lakers type of thing. And the trading Anthony Davis thing, to some people is going to seem absurd, but it may not be as absurd as you think it is because of just because of the injury thing, you know. And he's a guy that I don't think we're confident. The most games he's played in the season is 75. That's not horrible, but if you look at him over his last couple of years in LA, just not reliable at all from a health standpoint. And we know the skill set is there. But this is a guy we've been thinking about as, I mean, for a point, people thought Anthony Davis was like a top 5, top 3 player.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This is a player that we said was better than Giannis before Giannis had the championship run. We were like, just looking at talent for talent, it's like no way you can say Giannis is better than him. But Giannis got more heart than Anthony Davis. I know that for a fact.
And
I can see that. Yeah, health too. It's just the thing. It's not the talent and playing perspective from Anthony Davis. Could he play better this season than last season? But he didn't play bad. It's just he wasn't on the court.
Yeah.
And if you have a player like that's not on the court and you're still playing him 30 plus million, almost 40, like what's the point of keeping him?
Yeah. And you rely so much on him. You know, we always talk about it. No team is winning without multiple stars. You know, so if you're if your first best player is LeBron, who's 37 going on 38, and the dude's basically 40 years old, and the guy you're relying on just can't be there. I mean, like I said, I don't think they're going to trade him, but it's a talk. It's a talk that should be had. It's a talk that should be had with people because of just the health thing. You know, how much can you rely on a guy like that? So there's that. Then there's the next direction, and Blake, I want to get your take on this. There's the Russell Westbrook thing. So there are three different things we can do here with Russ. We can run it back. We can trade his ass, or we can buy him out. What do you think?
Well, I know you can't do the first option you gave me.
We're running back.
You can do about anything but that first option. But
what about that first option with another coach though? What about that?
No,
I don't blame him.
Why would you want to do that?
Do you think
unless you want to have a repeat of this season, you just doing the same thing over again? That's stupid.
Yep,
that don't make any sense.
But here's the thing though with Russ, I feel like the thing with him is you have to get him around the right type of system. You know, like okay, let's not act like so when he was in Houston, they got D'Antoni there. He was playing at an entirely different level. So the thing with running him back, I don't think it's impossible to do. I just think it's going to come down to coaching. And so I don't think Frank Vogel could handle trying to get the best out of Russ. That's the only thing with the running the back thing. I don't think it's impossible, but it's going to be tough finding the coach to do that shit. To the point where I don't think it's a good idea to probably run it back, you know?
Hey, I'll say that it's tough to find a coach to help a dude that's not hitting the side of the backboard when he shoot a 15-foot jumper either.
Yeah.
I don't know what coach can help that. That's what I'm saying.
It's a system thing, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, okay, so the trading him thing is that, and like, where do you fall? Where do you fall on that option?
No, I like that better. I read on Twitter earlier where the Hornets, they said the Hornets for some reason had interest in trading for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if all else fails, you can just release him, I guess. But that'll probably cost more. Take on more money and cap space. But hey, at least he's off your team.
Yeah. I like the Hornets thing, but then my thing for Charlotte is what the fuck do you get from Russell Westbrook? I mean, I guess it's like another veteran type. I'm not sure. I think their issue. I don't think he helps them. I think their issue is defense, and there's kind of a maturity thing. How much does Russell Westbrook next to LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier? Now, Terry Rozier may end up in that deal back, or you may end up getting a guy like Gordon Hayward. So it'll benefit the Lakers. But like I said, with these trades, we always look at it from one team's perspective. Like, what benefit do the Hornets get from bringing on Russ? Maybe that he's got somewhat of maybe his contract's up in a couple years, but still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nah. It's not. LaMelo and Russ is an ugly lineup to me. That doesn't even make sense. Neither one of them are like great enough shooters to even play off the ball like that to me. Yeah. So it's just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So
you can send him to Indiana.
Yeah.
I was about to say Indiana. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you trading for Russ at this point based off his play, you're just trading for a name more so than play to me. I don't know. But I'll say this about Russ. Russ, the way he plays now, it's kind of hard to mesh with like superstar players. So he would probably work better as a solo act versus just with another all-star type of player to me.
And I say Indiana is a pretty good, at least landing spot, given what they're building over there. They've got some, I guess, decent pieces that the Lakers will want, i.e., Miles Turner. So plus Russ gets the ball more, and then I guess he's still young enough to where you can build around him at least.
Russ, how old is Russ right now?
35. He probably 35. No, not 35. My bad. 33.
Yeah, I think right now building around Russ ain't the thing. I think it's kind of like just like, because like I said, no contenders taking him on. So you put him on a young team. It's kind of like here, be with. I guess it's like a mentor or young guys type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I think
he's 33.
Yeah, so it's like kind of.
I think he still has a good role in this league. I know we all give him a lot of flack for what he did this past season. But
he don't got nothing left. He don't got nothing left. I'm done with him.
He's had some flashes. I'll just say LA isn't the place for him. At least I think so.
But I think the build around Russ thing is dead. And even if you build around Russ, here's my thing too. People going to talk shit about Russ regardless. People didn't give a fuck about them triple doubles he got because everybody say he's stat padding and all of that. So you just build around Russ again so we can get more numbers, and people just going to say the same thing about him. Oh, he's just getting numbers. He's not going to win. So I think the whole build around Russ is not smart for any team to do. So like I said, I think what his role is from this point moving forward is going to be throw him on a young team to kind of be a veteran type of guy. I do like the Indiana thing because of what LA could get back. You're talking about maybe getting back a Buddy Hield. You know, you mentioned a Miles Turner, Blake, which could help them defensively. It'll be weird having him and AD out there, but that would still be a scary defensive lineup because both of them, I feel like, can play off each other if Miles Turner's willing to kind of be just a pick and roll guy or like a duck down big man. Or you can have both of them, interchange with each other. You can do a million things. It's all really also going to revolve around who's coaching them. But I like Indiana as a landing spot. But like I said, the thing you just look at is what Russ's role is now, and it's just not what it used to be. No team's going to go bring in Russ to me. No team's going to bring in Russ to build around him. People are going to always, at this point, use him as like a complementary piece for something else. Like a rebuilding team is going to use him to kind of mentor him. If a contending team wants him, they're going to ask him to step the fuck down, not be the first option or whatever. Maybe be the second option if he can get back to that. But he's not a build around a guy anymore. And I'm the biggest Russ fan in this whole fucking Zoom chat right now. But I don't think he's a build around you guy either anymore.
You definitely the biggest Russ fan.
I'm glad you're not a GM.
Yeah.
I mean, would you? I mean, Carl, would you go build around Russ?
No, he can't shoot. First of all, I ain't been around nobody that really can't shoot.
I'm glad y'all not general manager.
And he's 30 years old. He got about 2 years. I mean, he probably out of his prime right now. Why am I building around a dude who's not in his prime?
Yeah, I personally wouldn't build from because everybody that's been built around have somewhat of a threat on the offensive end. I feel like he doesn't anymore. I feel like he's a sub 20 points per game scorer if he's on the team with other all-stars, but if you give him another team with like so-so players and role players, he's probably going to average 25, but I don't think it's going to be impactful.
It is not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah, to get you anywhere. I mean, you might, I don't even know, you might make the playoffs, you might not, but you're not going to do anything.
Yeah, like, are we going to wasteful? Yeah, we're going to trade for Russ to ask him to carry it to make OKC 2017 happen again?
The Hornets win. I don't understand why they would want to do that. Like, why would you want to pair Russell Westbrook with LaMelo Ball?
Yeah. Like, is that better than Terry Rozier and LaMelo Ball? No. You know what I mean? I mean, that team could use an improvement, but is Russ the guy that you want to go get? So it's a million things with that. I don't know where I fall on what they should do with Russ.
Send him to New Orleans.
Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking about that. Okay, let me think about that. What do they have that they'll want? Could you still? I don't know if there's something in CJ McCollum's deal, but they, like I said, the Pels wouldn't give up CJ McCollum.
They got draft picks.
That's true.
They got draft picks.
That's true.
Lord knows Lakers need that.
Yeah. My only thing is who's gonna be stupid enough to take that big ass contract of Russ's? You can't be that dumb. I swear.
And I agree with Blake partially that he's still a quality player. I just think he's, like you mentioned, I think he was in a weird system because I said he's 1 year removed from.
No, don't say weird. Say bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Right.
Bad, a bad system.
He was in a whack ass system, and Vogel didn't know what he was doing. You know, whole year I was like, they're just kind of scapegoating Vogel. Then I look at it. And I'm like, this dude couldn't find one lineup consistently that worked. Granted, it was hard with AD being out, but you would think that a coach finds a lineup that consistently works, even if a star player is out, when he's got 2 star players remaining, you know?
No, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like Frank Vogel tried. That's why I don't think it's a coaching issue. I think he tried his best. It's just each position he was trying to put Russ in, it was not getting any better. So I don't know what else you want to think of.
So the team itself is just weird. It's just a weird assembly of people that don't fit together.
I thought they did. Okay, but so is this, somebody asked Carl this, is it more on Russ? I personally feel like it's less an indictment. I know Russ was doing the bullshit, but I don't know. I think a lot of it too, if you had a really good coach who really knew it, I think if you had a creative enough coach, he could have found different ways to make those guys get acclimated with each other.
Or if LeBron James had left the GM business to the people that are actually hired to be a GM, you might have got somewhere.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
I mean, shit.
I ain't gonna knock that. I mean, I'd rather have DeMar DeRozan. They should have just let DeMar DeRozan sign there. But ask what you asked again, Tom. I'll be honest, I forgot what you asked.
Is it more of an indictment on Russ, or is it more an indictment on the inability to make something work for Frank Vogel, and he just couldn't find something that worked consistently?
I'm just saying it's hard to put a dude in the lineup and for it to work well when when one of your point guards or whatever can't shoot.
Mm-hmm.
That messes up everything. When you have a point guard or a guard in general that can't shoot on the floor, how the hell I'm supposed to make you fit? How the hell I'm supposed to make that work?
Let me say something. Scott Brooks.
He told them just find a way to make it work.
I mean, Scott Brooks got good stuff out of Russ. Who had him before? D'Antoni got good stuff out of Russ.
His jumper was there.
His jumper start fucking up this season.
His jumper was definitely better then, though. It's terrible now.
No, it was not. His jumper was still last.
His jumper was always.
I don't remember. I don't remember, and I'm be honest. I don't remember him like breaking so much in his career. This never happened like this. This is bad.
I mean, but I'm saying no one the last couple years has designed anything for Russell Westbrook to shoot. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, the coaches have optimized Russell Westbrook over the last couple of years, even without him having a jump shot. D'Antoni did with the small ball thing. Now that was only going to get you so many places. They ran into the championship Lakers team that year with D'Antoni. Then last year, they ran into that championship Lakers team. Then last year, Scott Brooks got great stuff out of him. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a minute too. But Scott Brooks got a lot of great stuff out of Russ. You know what I mean? Like seriously, and especially in that second half of the season. So like, I'm not gonna put it just on Vogel, but I just don't think Russ ever got comfortable. My vote is running back with a different coach. My vote is. I think you just overcomplicate shit,
dude. You just gonna. The team is bad. It's not a good team.
Don't say that though, bro. Don't act like
It's not a good team, dude.
It's not. But if
I mean, I understand injuries happen, but you have Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis, and you're going on 6-game, 5-game, 6-game, 7-game, 8-game, 40-something, 100-game winning streaks. I mean, losing streaks. I wish that team is not a good team, dude.
I'm talking about on paper. I'm talking about as a roster.
But I get what you're saying. That's different once you get out on the court and you see they start playing like they don't know what they're doing.
Coaching.
It's easy. It's easy to say they're a bad team now because obviously they were. Yeah. But on paper, they should not be. They should not have lost.
I agree with you. They should have been the top 5 in top 5-4 in the West.
Yep.
Right. So my point with that is this: on paper, everybody was saying this team should go to the fucking finals. So My thing is the system was really whack. There were injuries, but the system was whack. I don't like putting everything on Vogel, but the point that he just can, there was a different starting lineup, I feel, damn near every single game. And I think Vogel's a good coach, but I just think my thing is run it back with a new coach. That's my entire thing.
My thing is it was different lineups too, because Anthony Davis was hurt. He was basically hurt the whole season.
Yeah.
Like he as Anthony Davis goes, we go. So
but as much as y'all probably want them to run it back, that's not what that's not.
Who is y'all? I don't. I
feel like
that's too much of a risk to me to run that back with that team.
Yeah, they
too much of a risk.
They're gonna trade him before they find another coach. I think either trade him or release him.
Yeah, the release thing is gonna be weird too, because then where do you go past that?
That's so much damn money.
Because I think after that, then you got to deal with LeBron. LeBron's up for an extension this summer. You have to figure out what happens with that. He may or may not sign that bitch. Then you have to deal with AD. Then they have no cap space at all, and they got to try to re-sign Malik Monk. Everybody else, no draft picks. A lot of guys are free agents. Like they don't have a lot of guys that can go out there and trade. Like Kendrick Nunn, you can trade him, but who's going to – I mean, maybe somebody will take him.
I ain't letting that nigga touch another ball in the Lakers uniform ever.
They got to let him go. THT, you can trade him, but a lot of the guys, they just can't really move. So it's going to be an interesting offseason for them. I just think, man, go get you another coach. Go 0-win on that. I think you kind of pray that Utah fucks up in the playoffs. Quinn Snyder falls in your hands, and I think that makes you a lot better. Same thing with – and you got the Doc Rivers thing. I know how y'all feel about that.
Boy, hey, nah. I still wish we got Jason Kidd, even though we had him as an assistant. I wish they pushed him as the head coach. Even though his head coaching history isn't like great, it's okay. But I have confidence in him figuring it out more than Frank Vogel because Jason Kidd actually played the game.
Yeah. And you look at what he's doing with the Mavericks right now. He's a coach of the year. He's not going to win it, but he's a coach of the year candidate. So
yep.
That's true.
Yeah. So Russ, I understand what you're saying, Top, but I think it's too much of a risk. Because what if the shit happens again?
They not running that back with him, dude. That boy get shipped out of there.
I feel like the Lakers are trading themselves
to another team.
Yeah, but I feel like the Lakers are starting to trade themselves into oblivion, though. Like I feel like they don't trust. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say they didn't even need to make the trades they made last year. If we were being honest, like the whole identity of that team, they had LeBron and Anthony Davis that were great on offense, but defense was the identity of that team. Mm-hmm. That's how they even won the bubble championship. So when you traded away Caruso, KCP, even Kuzma played great defense sometimes. So it's just like I agree with the Kuzma one, but it's just like wow, you should have did everything you could. I remember when they traded away KCP and Caruso. I said, bro, I didn't like it. They
didn't trade Caruso. They let him go up.
Well, they didn't want to pay him. They traded KCP to the Wizards.
Yeah, I've not been a fan of their. I can't say that because I like how they assembled this team this season. I really do. I can't get mad at them for putting together a big three of Russell Westbrook, LeBron, and AD during the summer. I did think that Russ was a better pick than DeMar DeRozan because I trusted that Russ would fall back into that playmaking type of role. That's what I thought he was going to do.
Yeah, he didn't.
Just never did.
He can't shoot.
That's what I'm saying. But why couldn't Russ just fall back into that early Russell Westbrook type of version of himself where he was okay with being a distributor?
Once he went to the triple-double things and more of a solo act type of player, it's hard. I guess it's hard for him to kind of play with superstars. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I think that's what it is. Now he did that triple-double stuff. It's kind of hard. It's hard. It's been hard for him to transition into the play with, other all-star type of players.
Yeah. I feel like he knows how to fall back. I don't know. I
don't think he does. Remember what he was talking about when he got benched and he said his back was tightened up because he's not accustomed to sitting for long time.
He said that? That's funny as hell. That's actually fucking funny. But okay, so he didn't take it. He wasn't cool with taking a step back in Washington with Brad Beal. He was cool with being a second. How about Paul George?
Well, how big of a second was he in Washington though?
True. Okay, but James Harden.
Yeah, they ain't had nobody.
How big of a second was he in Houston?
He was James Harden still by far the best.
James Harden was a gap. It was, but I think he started getting happier.
Okay, that's an exception, but that's kind of the only one just because that offense is just let James Harden do what he wants.
Yeah,
but I was gonna say he only accepted that in Houston because the second half of the season he started actually playing better. Yeah, that first half he was not. He wasn't happy with that shit.
Why did he start playing better though, guys? What I said earlier because
okay. They put him in a better situation, but the better situation to get him nowhere. They ran into the Lakers. And they almost got beat. Hold on, I'm gonna say that. And they almost got beat by the OKC Thunder. That team didn't have no business being in a competitive series with them.
But now
got beat by OKC.
Yeah, they should have. How many games did they end up winning? And was it 7 or 6?
7.
That was a good series.
It was 7.
That was the most entertaining series of the bubble, I think, unless I'm tripping.
Probably was.
Okay, yeah. But like I said,
the Nuggets and the Lakers was probably my favorite.
I forgot how many games that one went.
It's like 5 or 6. 6. It was 6.
I think it was 6, but
yeah. Remember people were hyping up the Blazers one, the Lakers one. They're like, the Blazers are gonna knock the Lakers off, and they ended up getting like, 5 games or some shit.
Like you out your damn mind thinking that. I remember that shit.
My thing is with the right system, they're not. If they get, my thing is if you just figure out a way to get these guys to play well together, it's going to be tough to beat them. Like I said, those also going to revolve around AD's health. That's where the trade AD thing kind of comes in, and so that's why people shouldn't look at anybody crazy for considering that right now.
Yeah,
like next season, if he gets hurt again, I'm not sure what the contract situation is going to be. I'm not sure if they can trade him or whatever next season. But if he gets hurt again, we're continuing to deplete his value, and so it's going to be tough for people to want to take him on. Now there's still hope that you get a quality Anthony Davis, but let him get hurt next year. You ain't gonna be able to do shit with him. You know.
Yeah. Thing is though, you're not gonna be able to play.
LeBron isn't LeBron's contract up after? Isn't his contract up after the next year?
Yep, he got 1 year left. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, if he gets hurt again, they trade him. I think he's leaving.
Oh yeah. Question: what?
At least I think. Yeah.
My thing is with the Houston small ball thing they did, they can't do with the Lakers. Obviously, because they have Anthony Davis. Well. That's if he stays healthy. So I don't even. So that small ball thing is going out the window. They're not doing that.
If you're a good enough coach, you'll figure some shit out. If you're a good enough coach,
that's true. No, that's true. But you a player making almost $40 million. I would like to think yo ass can figure some shit out too.
True, very true. There's a balance here. There's definitely a balance here to be had. That's what I can say. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens. It's going to be some interesting shit. Definitely disappointed season, and I don't care. They were mad at me. They were mad as hell at me. Because I was making fun of the Lakers. I remember I did the thread. Some dude said, "Get off their dick" or something like that. I said, if you don't like it, go to another page. Because I'm gonna make fun of the Lakers.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. No, I posted stuff about it. I ain't no Laker fan no more. To be continued or whatever.
Oh, really?
Mavericks fan.